Welcome to Be Bold Branding. Hello, everybody. I'm Tanya Eberhardt, founder of BrandFace, and we help business stars differentiate themselves, and we do that through personal branding.
Hey guys, I'm Michael Carr. I'm the COO of BrandFace. I was a client before I became a partner in the company. We're the only comprehensive personal brand building system across the globe. Let me say that again. We are the only comprehensive personal brand building system across the globe.
And there's a reason for that. There's a reason why he's repeating that today. We have an awesome topic today, and it's called jumping on the personal brand wagon.
Ba-doom, boom, ching.
Yeah.
So it is, though.
You guys are no doubt seeing it everywhere. Everywhere you look, it's personal branding, personal branding, personal branding. And so now that everybody's jumping on the personal brand wagon, how do you know if it's the right one? So we're going to tell you today why it is so important to be able to tell the difference and make the right choice for yourself. So find out why the right one leads to success and how the wrong brand wagon just leaves you spending more time and money headed in the wrong direction. There's a big difference between building your brand and building your awareness and followers. Anybody can put out inspirational quotes, photos, funny videos, all that kind of stuff, and gain followers, right? And get some attention. But what kind of followers or attention are you trying to attract? Obviously, what you want as a business person is the people that will actually do business with you. You want to attract those kinds of people, right?
You're right. So we noticed this last year, or this past year, really since January, definitely.
Yeah.
Right. And of course, we watch it because we're in this space, and it's getting more and more and more prevalent. There are tons of marketing companies out there who are talking about building your personal brand. Right. We've even seen some coaches talking about their personal brand, and what we've really found is they want you to buy their product or their platform. And it probably doesn't even have anything to do with branding. Like it's becoming a buzzword, which is actually a good thing.
It's a very good
thing.
Because we want to bring notice to it, right?
We wanted to bring awareness. Tanya, when she started working on this 30 years ago, right? And when she wrote the book 7 or 8 years ago, that she was talking about personal branding then and wanted to bring awareness to personal branding. And now that awareness is here. But the problem with the awareness is the people who have a lot of reach a lot of times don't really understand what branding is. And I personally have sat in on 3 different seminars lately, and they had no idea what they were talking about. And I was like, this is amazing to me, because they're using the wrong wording. I'm not saying that platforms don't work or that their platforms don't work, or anybody out there that is doing this, that they're selling something that is fraudulent. I'm simply saying they don't understand it either. Like it's amazing to us. They should be saying, use my platform to build your awareness, to build your followers, to build your system using your personal brand. But what they're doing is taking the personal brand and they're putting it at the beginning of the sentence as if that is the end all be all. And the problem with that is, like, some of them equate a logo and your name to a brand. And that is not a brand, folks. It's absolutely the furthest thing from a brand. And you've seen some of our other videos where we talked about it. A red can with Coca-Cola across it is not the brand. The red can with the Coca-Cola across it is a red can with their signature red and their logo on it. The culture that they have built, we're going to talk about that a little bit more soon, that is the brand in which makes you think of them in certain scenarios. Okay. So first and foremost, you do have to know who you're dealing with in building your personal brand, and you need to build your personal brand before you do anything else when it comes to marketing.
Right. So think of it like this. Before you market yourself anywhere, you need to know 5 things. This is all what your personal brand does for you. You need to know what sets you apart, who you serve, how you serve them, what qualifies you to serve them, and how it makes their life better. That, folks, is the foundation of your brand. It's what you stand for. It's what you want to be known for. So if you don't know these things clearly, how on earth do you know what to put on your website, what to blog about, what kind of content to put on social media, what kind of video content to produce? If you go just willy-nilly into video, for instance, because everybody's talking about video, especially after COVID-19 came into play and we were all forced into more video communication. Now they're beginning to understand how to use it, get the right tools. And now it's like, oh, I'm going to produce a whole bunch of videos, right? Well, the first thing you've got to do is understand that if you just start creating a whole bunch of videos, it could actually do you more harm than good, or at the very least be a massive waste of time. You got to know.
Trust us, we've wasted time. That's sort of how we know.
That's true. What's your plan? Who are you trying to attract? What's important to those people? What do you want them to know or feel about you that will entice them to do business with you?
Mm-hmm. So this is important. Like, there's 3 things you need to know before you market yourself effectively. One of the articles I liked most about that Tanya wrote years ago was, not understanding branding and then doing your marketing is like leaving your house without your clothes on. It was very provocative at the time, got a lot of attention. It drove the company there for a long time because it's a provocative way to say exactly what I'm saying. You've got to have 3 things. You got to know who your customer is. You have to know your point of differentiation, and then you have to build your awareness around those things, right? Now, to give you an idea of how BrandFace does this, because I think this is huge, when you come on board with us as a client, we look at 77 different criteria to help you to understand what your point of differentiation is. Okay. We're all unique. We're made that way by the creator. Everybody's got a point, a specialty. Everybody's got something. We don't process things exactly the same, even exact twins, right? And so because of that, we all have that point of differentiation. We look at 77 points to try to draw all of that out. That's very important when it talks about when you start to build that culture and build your awareness around that culture. Then once you have that identified, then you start marketing, and then you start marketing it on everything. But you also have to be careful that when I say everything, it's everything that is directed to where your customers and clients will be, right? And I like to use a nature analogy, if I could, for a second. So we all know that I'm a beekeeper, right? And it's a big part of my life, and all of our lives. And you've probably heard this. There is a wives' tale that if you eat local honey, like within a 2-mile radius of your house, that it will help with your allergies.
I've heard
okay. That is somewhat true, right? But I want y'all to apply this to branding, what we're telling you about branding. But here's the thing. If you are allergic to clover and the honey that you buy is clover honey within 2-mile radius of your house, then it will help with your allergies every time. But if it is wildflower honey and you have an allergy to clover, you can eat all of it you want and it will not stop your allergies. Okay. So like once you have your 77 points of criteria to figure out your point of differentiation, and then you build that awareness around it. And now that you're ready to go, you got to go where your clients, your customers are, because if they're not there, then you're wasting your money over here, even though your brand is right. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Good point. Start with those 3 things, then market your new brand and infuse it into everything. So keep in mind, guys, that your brand is much more than a logo, a photo of you, or a tagline. It's everything you stand for, everything you represent, and it's reinforced every time you put out a piece of marketing, and every piece matters. So let's talk just for a moment about when we do personal branding, we like to say we very seamlessly mold together the professional side and the personal side of you, because people want to know who they're doing business with. People don't do business with a logo, they do business with a person, right? So those personal sides, the funny videos, sharing, images with your family, posting photos of your kids, those are personal things, and those are heartwarming things, and those are awesome things, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if that's all you do, that's not really a brand that's going to help you attract the kind of people who are looking to do business with you, because they're looking to see what's in it for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
They want to know who that human being is. So there's a portion of that personal side of things that's going to be awesome. They also want to know, does this person know what they're talking about with regard to the business? And are they the right fit for me? So each time you put out that piece of marketing, you need to think to yourself, what is it that my ideal customers would appreciate in what I'm about to put out there? How is it going to help them? How is it going to help them connect with me and see who I am as a person? But most importantly, how is it going to benefit them? So think about all of those things, because every piece does matter. It should be thought out with a clear strategy and a clear plan.
Mm-hmm.
In radio for years, for most of you know that I was in radio for 18 years. And in the earlier days, you guys have no doubt probably had this happen in your market way back when. A radio station would come on and then have a brand new format, and you'd hear this big booming voice: if you build it, they will come. If you build it, they will come. And then they'd play 3 or 4 songs in the new format and then come back in with, if you build it, they will come. Your brand is kind of like that, true, but you've got to build it first, right? So when the radio station's doing it, they're starting to play that music that's designed to attract the kind of listeners they want listening to their radio station.
Mm-hmm.
It's sampling. If you build it, they will come, and continue putting out the music. It attracts the right people. They start talking about it. It attracts more of the right people. So build it first, and the right people will arrive, right? But you've got to build it first. You can't just go out there and buy every sort of platform and jump into everything that's shiny and say, I'm going to do this and this is going to build my brand. You build your brand first. You use those vehicles and platforms to get your brand out there after it's built. And I hope that helps clear up a whole lot of things. Don't be pulled into the shiny stuff that says, we're going to help you build your brand by doing this. You got to know what that brand is first. And as we said, 77 different criteria later, when you come through BrandFace, you come out with an incredible brand that you can then infuse into every single thing that you do.
And I want to add this. This is really why that's very important. It's going to bring you into focus, folks. It is very hard to calculate the cost of confusion. And there's a lot of confusion out there right now with people using the wording that doesn't fit what they're actually selling you. And it's very important that you do your research and make sure that these things are a part of any company that you work with if they use the word personal branding, right? And if they don't, y'all need to run to us and we will help you, because it gets rid of so much of that shiny, and it brings things into focus to you. And once you have that focus, then you know what you're doing every day, and everybody else that's seeing you from the outside, they know exactly what's in the jar. They're reading the label, and it's the correct label.
And what's in the jar should be your why.
Yes.
Why? Every time somebody says you should do this platform, you should do this, it's like, why? How's that going to help me get my point of differentiation out to the right people? And until those people can answer that, you need to, you don't have that brand secured yet.
Right.
You don't have the brand secured. So I invite you guys to learn more about how to do this by joining one of our 2 dedicated Facebook groups. If you are a real estate professional, go to Build Your Real Estate Brand. You'll find access and content there that you won't find anywhere else. If you are a business owner or entrepreneur, go to Build Your Business Star Brand. Those 2 Facebook groups are open right now, ready to let you in.
Yep. And if you want to take it, if you already know a little bit about it, you want to take it a step further, you can go to discussyourbrand.com and book a free strategy session with staff members, a 30-minute strategy session to talk about branding, and you might even get us on the phone. We've been fielding a lot of those calls because we've had some time, with everything that
we all have more time.
such that we're going through. But hopefully we'll be able to talk to you. But that's there's no hard sell. You don't have to worry about that. Nobody's going to get you on the phone and try to beat some money out of you. That's not what it's about. We love talking about branding, and we'll be glad to answer any questions that you have.
And we'll help you get on the right brand wagon, guys.
That's right.
That's right.
DiscussYourBrand.com.
That's right. Okay. Everybody have a wonderful day. And Michael, your signature sound.
Yeah, folks, listen, we talk about it all the time. It's about prosperity. That's why we do what we do. It's about prosperity. And I'm not just talking about money when I say prosperity. I'm talking about the 360 of a content and abundant life. And we know here at BrandFace that prosperity favors the bold. So we say, be bold, folks, especially with your brand, and stay bold right now. And everybody's essential.